If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life. And they wrote lies. And I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's
agree on that.
I
also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
All right, everyone, buckle up because this story is making major headlines, and you won't want to miss it. Melania Trump is going head-to-head with the hosts of The View in a jaw-dropping $100 million lawsuit. Yes, you heard that right. $100 million. This legal battle is shaking up the media world, leaving everyone wondering, what exactly went down? Here's the scoop. Melania Trump, the former First Lady, is suing the hosts of The View over some explosive comments they made about her live on air. Let's break it all down and get into the details of this high-stakes showdown.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
I said to my husband that, the language is inappropriate. It's not acceptable. And I was surprised because that is not the man that I know. But my husband is real. He's raw. He tells it as it is. He's kind, he's a gentleman, he supports everybody.
The tension is palpable. It's like a pressure cooker about to burst, and Melania Trump isn't holding back. So, what exactly were these comments that sparked such a firestorm? Let's dive in. During a recent episode of The View, the hosts took a deep dive into Melania's time in the White House, and their remarks were anything but flattering. One host suggested that Melania didn't seem to embrace her role as First Lady, even going so far as to imply she wasn't entirely happy in her marriage to Donald Trump. The conversation didn't stop there. The hosts speculated about her relationship, suggesting she might not even like her husband. They also criticized her personal choices, including her redecoration of the White House and her unique take on Christmas traditions. These comments quickly became the center of controversy, and now, the former First Lady is taking legal action.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant. That was all.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that
we're
will come up.
on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
The hosts painted a picture of someone dissatisfied, struggling with her role and falling short of public expectations, a narrative that was hard to ignore. Unsurprisingly, these comments didn't sit well with Melania. In response, she's making a bold move, filing a defamation lawsuit. Melania claims the host's statements weren't just false, but also deeply damaging to her reputation. For her, this isn't about hurt feelings. It's about protecting her name and image from what she sees as baseless, harmful attacks. And it doesn't end there. Enter Joe Rogan, podcast legend and outspoken media critic. Rogan weighed in on the controversy, slamming The View for what he called blatant hypocrisy. He pointed out how, not so long ago, Donald and Melania Trump were welcomed on the show with cheers, hugs, and admiration from the very same hosts now under fire.
The things I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
Where's so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump. Yeah. He tends to just...
Fast forward to today, and The View is treating Melania like public enemy number one. Joe Rogan didn't hold back, calling it a calculated narrative flip fueled more by politics than genuine principles. But he didn't stop there. Rogan took direct aim at the show itself, criticizing its focus on sensationalism over substance. If you average out the IQ of The View hosts, you might still struggle to hit triple digits, he quipped on his podcast. Ouch. Needless to say, his followers loved it. But beyond the drama, this case raises bigger questions. What can and can't be said about public figures? Where's the line between free speech and defamation? These are the stakes in a case that's as much about reputation as it is about the evolving role of media in shaping public narratives.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
yeah.
it is a rabies infested henhouse.
If Melania wins this lawsuit, it could set a monumental legal precedent, reshaping how the media addresses the personal lives of celebrities and public figures. The ripple effects could be huge, forcing shows like The View to rethink how they discuss politicians, celebrities, and anyone in the spotlight. This isn't The View's first controversy, but this one hits differently. We're talking about the former First Lady of the United States suing one of the most watched talk shows in the country. It's next-level drama, and let's not ignore the timing. As Melania files this lawsuit, Donald Trump is making headlines, for entirely different reasons. Some speculate that this legal battle could be a strategic move to redirect media attention back to Melania, especially with the political firestorm surrounding her husband. Whether it's a calculated effort or raw frustration, one thing is certain. This story has layers, and we've barely scratched the surface. Speaking of those comments, one host even claimed Melania hates her husband and doesn't want to live in the same house as him anymore. Seriously. That moment left everyone in disbelief, wondering, did they really just say that? It was one of those jaw-dropping, did I hear that right? Moments that sent shockwaves through the audience.
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
What's especially surprising is how quickly Melania took legal action. High-profile figures often let these things slide or issue a brief statement, but not Melania. She's going all in. This isn't just about clearing her name, it's about demanding accountability. By taking this to court, she's drawing a hard line between what's acceptable and what crosses the line. This isn't a quick fix. It's about safeguarding her reputation for the long haul. And with $100 million on the line, it's clear she means business. This isn't some PR stunt. It's a serious legal battle with enormous stakes. Melania is making it known that these comments have done more than spark a public disagreement. They've caused real harm to her image and how she's perceived by the public.
Would be made that you would have to be sitting here defending him.
You never thought about that, but I'm not surprised in one way, because a lot of people, they're against my husband, and he's run for president, so nothing surprised me.
Is it It's got to be hard, though. I mean, it's got to be a difficult thing.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all.
So, what does this all mean for the rest of us? It raises some big questions. Do public figures like Melania Trump have the right to complete privacy? Or must they accept a certain level of public scrutiny? And where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? This case could become a landmark moment in media law. Experts predict its impact could ripple through the entertainment and news industries. If Melania wins, it could change how the media handles personal matters involving public figures, whether they're politicians, celebrities, or even family members. Of course, the case isn't without criticism. Some argue that Melania is using this for publicity, while others believe she's genuinely fighting to protect her reputation and set boundaries on what the media can and cannot say. Either way, the outcome could redefine the balance between the rights of public figures and the freedoms of the press.
I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant. Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And
look, The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it?
The truth likely lies somewhere in between. But this lawsuit highlights the intersection of fame, privacy, and media responsibility. It's a powerful reminder that even public figures deserve protection from false and harmful statements. As the case unfolds, all eyes will be on Melania and The View to see how the courts address her claims. This isn't just about the money, it's about setting a new standard for how the media discusses public figures. If Melania's lawsuit succeeds, it could spark a shift in how talk shows and news outlets tackle controversial topics. This story is just getting started, and we'll be here with every update as it unfolds. What do you think? Does Melania have a right to sue? Or could this case set a dangerous precedent for free speech? Let us know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the loop with all the latest developments. This is the kind of story everyone will be talking about, and we'll be here to guide you through every twist and turn. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll catch you with more updates on Melania, The View, and everything else this jaw-dropping saga brings. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, everyone.